I got it. Okay.
You know, you don't want to get yourself up.
I put you on the comms team, control.
My battery's running. Multiple ways, right?
Then you gotta put it back online. Are we live stream? Yeah, gotta put it back. Live stream. Okay, welcome back, to the second part of, excuse me, of the real estate committee, meeting. Is there a motion to come out of executive session?
I make a motion that we come out of executive session.
Second the motion.
Roll call. Aye.
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 Okay, so we were in executive session to talk with the Corporation Council around the process and to ensure that what we have before us are actually viable, what are viable bids and what are not, for us to kind of move forward. So now we're going to, based upon that review and the advice, we want to now proceed with deliberations over each one of these submissions for the properties, okay? All right, so why don't, maybe we start with the ones that we probably deem not viable at this point. So, 146 South 13th Avenue.
And just for clarity, if I can, Chair, not viable means several things, right? Either someone wasn't in compliance with the requirements, so either proof of funds weren't submitted or offer wasn't given, or that the offer is so low that we are unable to accept it as a business decision on behalf of the city. So I just want to clarify what not viable means. So it can be several things.
Yeah, the number of factors that contribute to it. So at this time, and what that means then is that those properties then will be considered to actually go out for a public. Okay? All right?
Yes.
All right, so 146 South 13th Avenue.
It did have viable offer.
We did have what?
We had a viable offer on 146 South 13.
We did? And then we had need, we have,
Just need to confirm.
right, we had, the problem with that one was that there was a discrepancy in the
Yeah.
communication.
Yep, you're right.
right, as to the amount, right? Right, because we had one amount and there was a reply to that confirmation, but it was different. So we need to kind of
Verify.
get clarification for that. So we're not gonna take any action on that. That may very well come back up, in a subsequent meeting, or it may go out to bid, right? Okay. Then there was, 20, let me do it this way, 20 Beechwood. Right? And we see we did not get response back from those that had bid it with proof of funds, confirming the proof of funds. Right? Okay. 141 West Third Street. There was one bid that was in, but there was also a another bid also, and there seems to be that there was some communication that was sent into our office, but they also, what the communication was, the secretary doesn't have, so we need to follow back up with that person to find out, because there seems to be some miscommunication. I just want to make sure that was the issue with 141 West Third Street. Okay. So that also may very well come back up or go out to auction.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Then there is 529 East Third Street.
We have that one going out to auction.
Right. That one needs to probably go back out to auction because one and some of the bids submitted at this point were not viable based upon all of the factors. Right? Yep,
Yes.
okay. And then there is 52 Mesereau.
That one going out to auction as well.
Okay,
So can you clarify what was the issue with that one? Speak.
So the same thing,
Well, we submitted everything. Council was here, right?
right? And the third option is that the bid is too low. So it has to go out to auction because it can't accept the bid as is.
right. Okay. So those are the ones that we deemed as not viable. Right? All right, moving on. I'm gonna go according to the way the list is on here. 16 Glen.
We have it off, we have viable offers on that. Yes.
Okay. 16 Glen. The offers on that. How are we doing this? Are we calling out each one of the offers, or we just talking about which one was the highest? What's the,
What are you doing? These are the ones.
These are the ones that-
That you're gonna vote on.
that we're gonna vote
To
on?
make a recommendation.
Yes.
Sure, so, you name out the property, and you can say who's the highest bidder, and take a vote.
Okay,
And then let the public know that there's a spreadsheet with all the, listing of everyone who voted, bid, and what the bids are, if they requested, we'll provide it.
yeah, right, okay. All right, so, this property is 16 Glen Avenue, Mount Vernon, New York. And the highest, there were several bids to this. And the highest bid, several bids with the proof of the funds. And the highest bid is $300,000, right? And the highest bidder is, right?
Yeah.
Shane
That's fine.
Black. So,
Now, Corporation Council or Chair, can we just talk about briefly, before we, what are the requirements for them to close out this bid and make sure it's completed before we would have to move on to it?
Well, first is we're moving to recommend that the city council transfer or sell the property and transfer the deed to who it is that we're recommending. So the next thing right now would be, first of all, one, we would send a recommendation to the city council, right?
Right.
The city council would have to then do its process and make the decision to sell the property.
Correct. That is correct. And you
Correct.
need four,
And you need 4 of the 5 to vote yes.
right.
Okay? And then after that is then when they will authorize for the comptroller for us to enter into contract for it, in which the down payment will be due immediately upon signing the contract. And I think it's within 15 days, 10 or 15 days, 10 or 15 days that the balance would have to be paid. And please make sure that we understand that these are properties that are being sold, right, as is, right? And there, whatever issues there may be title issues, may not. Okay? Right? Okay. So is there a motion, for the recommendation to sell 16 Glen Avenue?
I make a motion that that we sell, recommend. Yes, I'm sorry. I make a motion that we recommend, accept the offer
To the city council
to the city council for 16 Glen in the amount of 300,000
to
to Shane, Black.
I second the motion.
roll call.
Controller Morton.
Aye.
Assessor Bamford.
Aye.
Council President Booker.
Aye.
Okay. All right. Next on the list is 328, right? No, yeah, 328 South First Avenue.
328 South First Avenue, we had viable offer.
Okay, 328. There were 1, 2, 3. Looks like I have 6 bids on that were viable. And the highest bid on that is 305. And that is for BlackRock Company,
Bedrock.
Bedrock.
Bedrock Company.
Yes, so I move, that this board recommends the city council to sell property 328 South First Avenue for $305,000.
I second it.
Roll call.
Controller Morton.
Aye.
Aye. Council President Booker.
Aye.
All right. Next is 224 North 7th Avenue.
You had viable offers on that one?
We did 1, 2, 3, 4. There are 4 that I have here. And the highest bid on that is $300,000 to Mr. Jorge Ibarra.
Yes.
Their motion?
Oh, yeah, that's my job, huh?
That's not your job.
I move to recommend, that this board recommend to the council to sell this property to Mr. Jorge Ibarra, for $300,000.
There's a second?
I second it.
A roll call.
Controller Morton.
Aye.
Assessor Vanderpool.
Aye.
Council President Brown.
Aye.
Next. Is 234 East Fifth Street.
824 East.
234.
All right, 234 East Fifth Street. We have viable bids.
There were several bids on that. Quite a number of them actually. So, looks like about 13, I think, or somewhere around about that. And the highest bid on that is,
Oh, we were recording the.
It's live.
well, it's live anyway.
Okay.
The highest bid on that is 435. $435,000 for Miss Sharp Home Designs.
Yes, and it was 435.
Yes.
All right, so I move that this body recommend to the city council to sell property 234 East Fifth Street to Sharp Home Design for $435,000.
I second it.
Roll call.
Controller Morton.
Aye.
Assessor Vanderpool.
Aye.
Council President.
All right, then there is 106 Hillside Avenue. There were viable bids on that. Looks like about 4. The highest is this 500,000? Just want to confirm that I was right.
And how it came from?
Right, oh, I'm sorry, yes. Jeanette Garcia.
All right, so I move that this body recommends to the council to sell property 106 Hillside Avenue to Ms. Jeanette Garcia for $500,000.
I second it.
Roll call.
Controller Morton.
Aye.
Assessor Vanderpool.
Aye.
Council President Brown.
Okay, then there is 331 South Second Avenue. And there were several bids on that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7 looks like. Oh, no, it might be 6 because I think the other ones might all be together. And the highest bid on that is $125,000, and that's Bedrock Company as well.
I make a motion, that this board, makes a recommendation that we accept the bid from, Bedrock for the property at 331 South Second Avenue in the amount of $125,000.
I second it.
No, you saying something about the property? Why? Well, it was assessed alone, but the property itself is just not in good condition. He was asking why is it so low?
No.
Just so the
yeah,
public
yeah,
understands
yeah,
what-
Understand why, yeah.
Right? Right? Roll call.
Controller Morton.
Aye.
Assessor Vanderpool.
Aye.
Council President.
And then there is 467 East Fifth Street. And the highest bidder for that there was 2, right? Well, 2 or 1? No, actually only 1, right? For this one, and the bid. Where is that?
Real fire.
305?
Second.
Hold on a minute, because I can't find the document. Oh, here it is. Okay, go ahead. All right, 305 Donnie McTaggart. Target. Is there a motion?
Yes, I move to recommend to the city council to sell property 467 East Fifth Street to Donnie Retired for $305,000.
I second it.
Roll call.
Joe Martin.
Aye.
Mrs. Vanderpool.
Aye.
Councilman Brennan.
Aye.
Okay, so we have concluded this first phase of this process. Based upon, again, I believe I am comfortable with the fact that we as a city have done as much as we possibly could do. We've done our due diligence to try to make this process as transparent, as fair as possible, as we possibly could. I understand that it has taken some time. There are still some properties, as we have said, that I said no viable bids. That right now we're saying should go out to auction. You know, again, there will be decisions that also will be made by the city council in concert with the city council. I'm sure that there are people who are still interested in some of those properties too, and you have every right to reach out to us. And, you know, and we have conversation with you. We're trying to have as much open dialogue as possible with it. I'm just going to say this. This has been a very, very hard, difficult process for us all. And I want to thank the board for the time that they have spent on it. And I also want to thank you also for showing up, those that are here online, as well as those of y'all that are here in person. And some of y'all have been here for years and been part of the process for years. And it may or may not have worked out the way that you wanted it to work out. And of course, we've done the best that we could to make sure that we do right by the city, by constituents as best as we possibly could. Unfortunately, the city is right now in a situation where the city absolutely has to do what fiscally is in the best interest of the city. Absolutely has to do that, right? As much as we also have our own human perspectives about life and people's attachments and things to properties and all that. We never want to see anybody homeless. We never want to see anybody lose their home. We never want to do any of that. That is not what we're here to do. We're not here to stop people from having progress. But here's the light at the end of the tunnel. The light at the end of the tunnel is that there will be an auction of properties, all the properties that we do have. And there will probably be future auctions because, as you know, we've been having these tax lien sales that have been going on. We've had two. Yesterday was the second one. There's going to be a third one that's going to happen in December. But what happens after the tax lien, if the tax lien is not sold for a property, then what happens is now the property goes into a foreclosure, right, process by the city. Now that takes some time, but at the end of the day, we may very well be right back here where we are again with some properties or actually going out to auction with some additional properties too. So there may be opportunity for those that are interested in home ownership in Mount Vernon. Again, I want to thank everybody for being a part of this process. It has been long waiting, but we've gotten through the first step. We're looking forward to the next phase and the next step. All right. So, yes.
Question, do we know potential auction date is, or is that something we'll come back to the public with?
We'll come back to the public. We got to look at the calendar to see what is best and how best we can probably get the properties together. Those that we are going to put onto the auction, right, levels at this point. And so we'll have to spend some time with that. Right. I'm sorry, unfortunately, not now because we already had the public hearing. So we can't allow any, hold on a minute. Let me finish first and then let's go.
Does it make sense to go through the properties that we already know will be on the auction now, or should we publish that with the list and the date at that time?
Let's probably with the list and the date because there may be some of the others that we do have too. All right. And so, okay, so we have a request for public talk. I'm leaving it to y'all, to the committee. Yeah. Just real quick though, because I have to run to the next meeting.
Hi. Respectfully.
I would like to know, 529 East Third Street, and what was it a viable amount?
Yes,
I mean, that's.
Below.
yes.
how
Based,
much?
based on the appraisal value.
Based upon the appraisal value.
That the city went out and got on the property.
It's not a good appraisal, there's no heat. There's no plumbing. So
And we're based on the appraisal. That would,
okay, now am I also bidding on this property for the auction against the city? Because I was under the impression that's what I'm doing.
You're bidding it against the city?
Right.
No, the city doesn't bid on properties.
They didn't pay.
The city's not bidding against, against the property. City did not just take the property. The city, that property actually had unfortunately been foreclosed by the city a long time ago.
We've never received.
Okay, ma'am, now's not the time for us to have that debate, right? There's something else you may have to do for that, right? We're just gonna tell you what we have, unfortunately, right? Is that we had the property, it was already within the possession. When I became comptroller, it was already in the.
My question to you, Commissioner, or
Mhm.
Dr. Quentin, is, I was under the impression that there was a city agency interested in my property. Other than this, now, will they just take it over?
Sir,
What do I have to bid against them?
no, sir.
I'm
Again, no, and I'm getting ready to give you clarity. No, at no point in time, right, was the city bidding against for the property, right? What was said to you was that the property had been sent back out, just like all properties, to see if there was any municipal use.
Right.
And that there may be an agency who may be interested in it. The agency said no, that they were not.
Okay.
Which is why it went through the process. That's what happened, right? So just understand it. Listen, additional questions that you have, you know me,
Yep.
you can get me, we can talk after this. But right now, let's conclude this. I'll talk with y'all separately about just later on. All right? Yes.
On the record, we've never received.
I hear you, ma'am. This is not, ma'am, this, ma'am, this is not the place for that at this time. And let's just be clear. The city properly took the property. They did, absolutely, ma'am, they absolutely did. So at this point, let's move, we'll have discussion later if y'all wish for it, okay?
To adjourn this meeting?
Move to adjourn. Yes, move. Yes,
I second.
aye,
Assessor Van.
Aye.
Council.
thank you. Meeting adjourned.
Mr. Booth, comment?